We are Squawking Dead, a podcast pulverizing episodes of the Walking Dead universe. Sometimes we give you news, sometimes we make you laugh, but most times we go deep, but not today. Not really, not that much. Today we have a little short chat with Alex Skuby, aka Eli, from last night's episode of Fear the Walking Dead. We have a bit of housekeeping to do, but let me just sum up Alex's CV right now. He's a dramatic, comedic actor on TV and stage. He's played a number of parts throughout his career. He most notably right now, obviously, was in last night's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, but is also a co-host of the Zen AF Podcast. That's ZenAF.tv. Check that out. He and Wayne Hanna host a very, very funny podcast. I just watched episode 14, in case you were wondering. It's really caught on. But check that out. As far as housekeeping goes, you only have a couple days to submit your video of you singing a holiday song with June in the lyrics. Basically, submit your video to Blazy Gardner on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. That's BLAZYGARDENER. And you will be among other video participants in a compilation video of various holiday tunes with the words June, aka June Dory, in it. You can make it your own. You can do whatever you like. Be creative. Have fun. It's all about fun, cool TWD family, Fear family projects with family. As far as the prize goes, there's a prize. So among the people who submit their videos singing June's holiday tunes, we will be having a random drawing of a Believe in June t-shirt signed by Jen Elfman herself. So the winner will receive that. And what a cool little prize. So why haven't you submitted your video yet? If you have any questions regarding this, please, please, please message Blazy Gardner. BLAZYGARDENER. Well, I could keep saying that right now because I have another bit of housekeeping, and that's the Secret Santa. The TWD Secret Santa video. Essentially, what you need to do to be involved in this project, you will be filming yourself giving a random TWU character that is assigned to you a holiday gift. Now, of course, you can't give this character a real holiday gift. It is not real. So what you need to do is you need to message Blazy Garden if you want to be involved in this project. Again, essentially, you're filming yourself giving your assigned character a holiday gift. Be a Photoshop manipulation. It could be anything. It could be a real gift. You can go to a store and buy it yourself. Tell the character why you bought the gift for them. It's the character that you're addressing. And that's that. You can watch a version of this that we did last year on Blazy Gardner's YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/BLAZYGARDENER. youtube.com/Blazy Gardner. Scroll down the uploaded videos and you will see it. It does feature an intro by Mo Collins herself. That's Alex Skuby's wife. I didn't mention her once until now. Who plays, obviously, Sarah Rabinowitz on Fear the Walking Dead. And it features also Alexa Nisenson, who gives a gift to Maggie Rhee. Peggy Schott, who gives 2 gifts, I think one to Carl Grimes. And then a whole bunch of TWD/Fear family, TWD Universe family. So I think it's a fun project. We already have 40 people involved. And at least 10 cast members this year. So it should be very fun. Why don't you join us? Why don't you join us? We're going to make Blazy's life a living hell with the editing. So without further ado, I want to get into this. It's a very short chat. Well, it's a somewhat short chat. It's less than an hour. And it's funny. It's casual.
Oh my God, are you ready? You're being recorded. Well, I mean, I think Sharon D shares the sentiment, but when we found out you were going to be on an episode of Fear the Walking Dead, we both were just like so geeked.
I was too, actually. I've been wanting to do the show, but nothing had come up. They actually had me read for a role. I can't remember what episode it was. I think it was 702, but for a part but the guy had a face mask the entire episode, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then about 3 weeks later, my agents called and said there was an offer for this role. And when I said yes to the role, I didn't know that he died. I didn't even know. Like I didn't know what the role was. I didn't know whatever, but they said it was a cool role, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then I got the script, and I was like, oh fuck.
You said your agent had reached out and said that there was a part available. Was there an audition process involved?
For the first time they read me for a part was in the episode I spoke about, but this one they didn't. They just said, ever since that audition, they had me in mind for this other part. So
that's cool.
Offered it to me, yeah, cool. Which was good, and that's as it should be.
Yeah.
At this point in my life,
that is really cool.
But,
it was fun. It was fun.
With a bad guy, you get to kind of just let it all out. You don't have to be all restrained and stuff. You just let.
Well,
let
it's funny you say that. I prefer playing bad guys more than good guys because there's more to them. There just is. That's science, guys. That's science. But it is. It's like there's more layers and there's more depth to it. And not that I would say that this Eli character I just played was a bad guy per se. So if you're playing a bad person or what's perceived as bad, as an actor, you don't look at it like that. Mm-hmm. You look at it as just someone who has ulterior motivations because they need something else, right? Mm-hmm. So Eli did what he did because he wanted a place to stay, and he wanted a place to live, and he wanted to feel, safe. So he had to do something disgusting, right?
I'm so glad you said bad guy too, because all throughout the universe, or any show really, bad guys don't consider themselves bad. No. There's almost always a reason that they've gotten to this point in their life. And when you find out, it's like you almost sympathize with them, and you're like, oh, I get it now.
My favorite series on TV right now is a show called Succession. I think it's one of the best written shows. I think the actors on that show, Brian Cox is just phenomenal. And all the actors are really good on that, but they are all potentially bad people. It's kind of like a play on maybe a Trump family or something like that kind of thing. I'm serious. It's It's like a play on that. So when I watch these actors work and I think about, okay, so their dynamics, it's all about relationships, right? So, but what you just said is that you kind of feel bad for them. Like you kind of want them to just kind of be better or to, you feel for that kind of thing. Anyway, I just went off on a tangent on Succession.
Well, one of the themes throughout the universe is people are not black and white. They're gray. Even Rick, who is the hero, he does terrible things, and he does it for good reasons, maybe, or what he feels like are good reasons. But the fact is, there are no white good characters or black bad characters. They're all gray. Everybody is gray.
Yeah, they're just trying to survive, right? It's like you think about what would you do in that scenario? Like, God forbid there's ever a zombie apocalypse, which I don't think that's ever going to happen, realistically, because that's science. I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm just saying, what would you do? If you needed something bad and you had a family to look out for or whatever, we'd all kind of, I think, go to a darker side, even if, before it, we were choir boys or girls.
Yeah. That survival instinct kicks in, and you don't know what you're capable of. Right. If you could play any character across the entire Walking Dead universe, who would it be?
Oh my God. Yes. I fell down Sarah.
Yes.
Hon, I'm doing this down here in the dining room because you were upstairs in the room I wanted to do it
in. Hi, Mo.
Hi, Mo.
She said, hi, Mo. She's not feeling very good today. She says.
Oh.
So if there was any character I could play I don't know. I'd like to see Eli go a lot longer because he could have been a badass. No, he could have been. It kind of bummed me out. But it's I think that character had some room to grow, I thought.
Yeah. He could have met Sarah, and they could have brewed some beer together, and it would have been just.
Although I think Sarah's kind of an asexual character. I don't think that she, I don't think she dabbles on the boys. I could be wrong, but it's just from what I've seen.
No,
although the last episode she did, there was more of a feminine touch to it, I thought. That's just me.
Yeah. I love how complex Sarah is. And that, like you said, that last episode really, really showed us just how deep of a character she is too. I mean, I already loved Sarah, and that episode just took it to a whole nother level. Level.
She did great work, man. She, I was back in LA when she was filming it, and she'd call me, we talked during when she was shooting. She was exhausted and things had, been going on. And then she hurt her ankle and her foot and all this stuff. And, it was impressive to see it the other day.
What a trooper, pushing through all that too.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. And, it's not easy. This show. So I had heard stories about the heat and the wardrobe and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, but it's probably, uncomfortable. When I went to wardrobe at production here in Austin, I was like, I walked in, I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, all right, what are they gonna put me in? And all of a sudden they start bringing out like these fleece jackets. And I'm like, you guys do know that it's like 106 and it's like 100% humidity. And they're like, well, I was like, okay. And then by the time you have your t-shirt, your sweatshirt, hoodie with a fleece jacket over it, and then your hood's pulled up and a mask, and then, the mouth mask and the goggles, and then like you're wearing jeans with socks and boots, and you get out there to start shooting, holy shit. It's like, there comes a point where you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna. So, but what they did do was cool, which I think the first day they actually did this was my second day on set. And they got these cooling vests, right? So they got these like really tight vests with these tubes that kind of run through them. And then when you're not filming, they hook you up to like an ice water box, and it shoots through these tubes, and it's like, it's great. It was great.
That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, I need to sleep in one of those. That sounds awesome.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy, because you start to go a little cuckoo, right? So you start to wonder, what am I doing? Okay, I'm playing this character. Because first of all, that opening sequence in 705, that opening shot with me pushing that cart, and then I stop, and then it comes out, and there's dragon fruit and all that shit, and then they come in with the horses, and then we have this like kind of standoff type thing. That took an entire day just to shoot. What was that? 3 minutes? 4? I don't even know how long it was. 3 minutes? Yeah.
All
the
day.
Entire day. It was like 12-hour shoot just to do all the shots and the horses coming in, and then getting up, like them dismounting the horses. Like they would, like Austin and Christine would we'd be standing there waiting for them to dismount so we can start our dialogue. And then the horses would come in, and they try to dismount the horse, and the horse would start moving. And then Austin would and I'm like, no, we should keep that. Lenny was directing. I'm like, Lenny, let's keep that. That's hilarious. He's like, mate, it's not a comedy.
It's not supposed to be funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Please release the gag reel, guys. Come on.
No kidding.
I mean, they don't do that. They don't do that for the show.
Not for any of them.
Come on, they got to do that. That's hilarious. Like messed up dialogue.
Yes,
is one of the best things ever, because it makes the people on the show real, right? It breaks that barrier, and it just makes them human.
Yeah,
and I probably make it onto that. Because
I would watch just like hours and hours and hours of Gag Reel. I mean, that would they could do just a whole box set of just Gag Reels, and I would be so happy.
Well, especially with the zombies they have and stuff. It's like because every time they go to pretend kill one of those things, there's so many blunders and ridiculous. You know what I mean? That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, like you stab someone, but the timing's just off.
It's just off. You know what I mean?
Yes, that would be my favorite movie, honestly.
Yeah.
How did they do the exploding dragon fruit in your hand?
It was actually in my partner's hand.
Yeah.
And I had to. So they just took a real dragon fruit, whatever. I never even heard of that. I didn't even know that existed. And they basically cut it, like zigzagged it in half, so it just kind of lifted off. And they put this little explosive cap in it, and then they kind of put the top back on carefully and make sure you can't see that it's already cut in half. And then someone's got a wire that's down underneath, right? And it goes to this guy like kind of off camera. And when, Lenny yells bang, the guy hits a little switch and just, but that was funny because we had to do that like 5 times because he kept putting duds in there. And it's 106. And I'm sitting there with all my gear on, and I'm like, fucking explode it.
Just explode.
Just explode it. You know? And the kid that played my partner, he was really, I can't remember his name, and it's so horrible, but he was such a sweet dude. And he was game for anything. And he had it like, he was wearing like a sweater and then like a sweater mask and then goggles. And I was like, this kid's he's going to die.
Oh no.
He's going to die. Like it was just insane. And the other part of that was I was afraid of that dragon fruit explosion. The camera guy, this first AD kept going, okay, get your face closer to it. I'm like, what? He's like, put your face closer to it. And I'm like this. He's like, a little closer. I'm like, no, what? How much closer am I going to? I wanted to explode on my face, which I don't think they actually got that. But yeah, because working with any of that kind of stuff is, it's just, you never know. You never know. Things happen.
This was your first experience with dragon fruit, I heard you say. Did you try any while you were there?
No. No, because it was sitting out there. It was 106. I said that. It was just no. No.
Mushy fruit.
No.
I've never had dragon fruit either. Honestly, it looks interesting. It looks weird.
Yeah, no, it's but it actually does look kind of dragony with the leathery spikes and scaly, whatever that line was.
I like the what did Eli call it? An apple pear or a pineapple apple, or what did he call it?
Like a strawberry pear, if you ask me. I think
strawberry pear.
Strawberry pear, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Did you ad lib any of that scene, or was it all just great?
No, most of my ad libs are foul language. Like a lot of fucks, a lot of this is bullshit, and they won't let me do it. Because I remember when afterwards I had to do some ADR, and the producers were like, I say asshole, I think, in the opening scene. I say, aren't you the assholes who killed somebody or whatever I said? And when I went to do ADR, they were going to try and take that out because they're only allowed one bad word per episode. I'm like, that's insane. That's insane. So they let me keep it, which was good. But I wish he cursed more, because people who curse are more intelligent than people who don't. That's science too.
I agree.
All these scientific facts, guys.
I heard that recently on a podcast, I think.
No, actually, you know what I did hear? I did hear this a while ago. It was an article I read that people who tend to just kind of fly off and just, fuck that, blah, 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 whatever it is, they tend to be more trustworthy because they just kind of, they're just, I don't know.
They just let it out.
Yeah.
They unburden easier, maybe don't hold back so much. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I have a potty. I curse, but I don't know how bad it is.
Well, I'm from Jersey, so that's
there you go.
All that's what it was. I mean, you couldn't get a sentence out without throwing down an F-bomb. My mother was like, Mom, this is amazing. Like, you just drop F-bombs left and right while you're just cooking dinner.
Just part of normal dialogue.
I grew up in a Navy town, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so we've heard a lot of stories, and I was just wondering what your experience, if you had the chance to try out the craft services.
Oh, they have good stuff, man.
That's what we've heard.
So my whole thing about no matter what set I'm on, I just love food in general. I don't even have to be on set. Like, I'll just eat. The amazing thing was when I first got there that morning, you're in COVID protocol, which totally just takes a lot of fun out of, the whole process. But I walked up and I was like, hey, dude, this guy was in this big, the big food truck thing. And I'm like, you know what I want? Like, I want like eggs and sausage. And so he made this amazing burrito. This is a breakfast burrito that you could just literally just suck on for hours. Good. And then for lunch, they had like salmon and barbecue chicken and ribs. And I am so hungry right now. I'm starving right now. But their food there is awesome. Their food there is good, like good stuff. And it's Texas barbecue a lot of the time. So Texas barbecue's got some good stuff.
Now I'm drooling.
I love it. I love meat.
Yeah, I do too, unfortunately.
Me too.
My wife doesn't. She stopped eating it about 6 years ago. So every time I make something in the house, I have to do two fucking kinds of it. So I do one with meat and one without.
I'm just a super picky eater, so my husband has to make two separate dishes too.
Really? Are you a picky eater?
So picky. He loves all the gross stuff like beans and vegetables and like all this stuff that I don't like. So he'll make his own food and then he'll make something for me. Like I'm a 5-year-old. Just
over there with like ice cream and marshmallows, like while he eats like vegetables.
Yeah. He eats like an adult and I eat like a child. Your partner on screen the character didn't have a name or at least not one that we heard.
No, he didn't have one, which, I always think like if you're in a scene that long, it's like you should have a name. But they didn't give him one. So, but he was just a good dude.
Yeah.
And he was great. Yeah, he was great. And when he got shot, see, this is the other part. So the way we're going to film it, that opening scene, is that when he gets shot, the camera turns around for my reaction where I literally freak out. But for some reason, we didn't do that shot, which was I'm still confused as to why we didn't do that, because it showed my relationship with this person and that kind of camaraderie that we had built, even though we only had like a minute and a half to show it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so I was kind of bummed that they didn't do that. But, anyway, they were supposed to film that. They never did. But it was really the way we kind of rehearsed it and stuff. It really showed more than, about these two people that you're just literally meeting. It just showed more of a relationship.
Yeah. It would have given you more of an idea of what these two guys meant to each other. Well, for argument's sake, we just kept referring to him as Wayne. Yeah, when we were doing our breakdown for Walking Dead, we were like, Alex and Wayne. I mean, Eli and Wayne. I could not for the life of me get Eli to come out of my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, when I tell Wayne that, he's going to laugh his ass off.
So if you and Wayne were stuck in an apocalypse, what would you call each other? Like, what would you call yourselves, like, as a team name?
I'd probably be, see this over here? Because she doesn't feel well, she's going to.
Oh, don't hide from us. You don't have to hide.
What are you doing? No, she's trying to take my time.
I fall behind so I wouldn't.
Aww.
For you. That's what love does.
Are you doing vodka already?
Yes.
I get it.
No, I just want some.
That'll make her
5
feel
o'clock
better.
somewhere.
So what would I call Wayne? I'm going to say, like, my name, I would want to be like Vaseline Viper Mouth.
Oh my God.
And his name would be like Inbound Motor Face Chutney Breath. Because I feel like those are smart names, right? And people would be like, what the fuck did he just call his friends? Like, and they never get it. And if you're trying to hide from people during the apocalypse, they're not going to know what to call you. I think that's a good idea.
That is a good idea. That's a good theory. Good solid
His name
theory.
might be too long, though. I think I have to delete some of the names. I would remember it every time.
What was yours again, Alex?
I don't remember what I said.
Vaseline Viper Mouth.
Yes, Vaseline Viper Mouth.
Oh, okay.
Vaseline Viper Mouth.
So Strand.
Oh yeah. Do you think if Eli had the chance to meet Strand, they would get along?
No, I'd kill him.
He'd kill him. Oh,
Yeah,
wait. Strand would kill Eli, or Eli would kill Strand?
No, I think Eli would definitely kill Strand. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's too correct or something.
Pompous.
Pompous. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All. And I think Eli would probably just gut him.
Alex, do you watch the other two shows?
Okay, so I'm going to be completely transparent. So I haven't watched The Walking Dead. I think the last season I watched The Walking Dead was 5. I think what happened was I got a little bit over the whole Negan thing. It went on too long for me. It just went on too long. And there was when you watch a show and you're like, wait a second, that shouldn't have happened, because they could have just killed him right there. I mean, it's so easy. Like it happened so many times on The Walking Dead with the Negan character that I went, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I'm hurting myself by watching it.
Well, you made it pretty far.
I can't do this anymore. I got to keep watching this.
Yeah.
And now he's a good guy now, right? I think.
Kinda. He's like a tweener.
He's like borderline. He's borderline.
He's one of those characters, those bad guy characters that we always said if we had started the show with him as our main character, he would be our hero. Like everything he's done would be justified in our eyes if we were just watching it from his perspective.
Yeah. How did you guys like the casting of that role?
Oh, I think he's great.
I think he did a really great job. But if I'm being honest, I think you could have done it too.
Oh, I know I could have. But here, my question is like, it's funny. It's like, and thank you for saying that, by the way. So in the comic books, Negan is a big, bad motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So I just wondered what the casting was on that. That's all.
Yeah. Like appearance wise, like
physically.
Physically.
Yes, physically. And and as Jeffrey Dean Morgan's a great actor. I feel the same way about what's his name? Henry Cavill plays Superman. Like I grew up with Christopher Reeves, right? In the comic book, Superman is 6'4", big, strapping, not too overly big, but just like kind of like and he's an alien, so he can do whatever he wants. Yeah. So they cast Cavill, and I'm like,
he's so tiny.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, that's not Superman. And I'm a huge Superman geek.
Yeah.
So man. These kind of things that Hollywood does sometimes, I question, like, why? What?
Yeah. I wonder what they're doing.
I get that because I am a big fan of Outlander.
Okay.
And they cast, nothing against Sophie Skelton. She's a good actress, whatever. But she's supposed to be like 6'2" and just a big woman. She's supposed to be like her dad, who's huge, and they cast this tiny little girl, and it just messes with me. I can't stand her in it. Like it just she's so wrong for the part.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's exactly what you're saying is what I'm talking about. Like when I first saw Morgan in that part, Dean Morgan in the part, I was like, I didn't even see him in the part. My son, who was at the time, my son is 19 now, but at the time, my son was a big fan, and he's like, oh, they cast the Negan part. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even get to read for it. And he's like, but they got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And I'm like, and I didn't realize, I didn't remember who that was. I was like, can you send me a picture? My son sends me a picture, and I'm like this.
What?
Like he's a skinny dude. I mean, he's not a big dude. Like skinny.
Yeah. Come up.
No, get out of here.
Somebody just push him over.
So why didn't our people do that to Virginia then?
Ooh.
It's not all about size, intimidate people in other fashion.
No, you can, and you're right. You're absolutely right. But when anger sets in and you've had enough, like we said, you'd be surprised at what someone could do. I mean, you know what I mean? Especially when that character was killing all these people and doing all these horrible things. It's like, I didn't think that was going to go on as long as it did. And it's still going on. I just didn't think that.
Yeah, Negan pretty much lasted 3 seasons.
Yeah, he's a little different now, though.
Yeah, she likes him.
I like things. I like certain parts about certain things about him.
Yeah.
I like the dynamic they've got going with him and Maggie is what I'm really into.
How did we get? Oh,
the daughter? Is that the daughter?
That's
from the farm.
Yeah, Herschel's daughter and Glenn's
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the storyline. Like I'm lost.
Well, hey, if you got some bingeable hours that you need to fill up, Walking Dead is definitely a bingeable show. Very bingeable.
No, it is. Shit. When it first came out, or no, actually, we waited 2 years, hon? Yeah, like 2 years after it come out, we're like, let's just give this show a shot. Like we did the same thing with Breaking Bad, which I thought Breaking Bad was just phenomenal. We started binging The Walking Dead, and I'd say the first 2 seasons were some of the best stuff. It's some of the best stuff.
I agree.
It really was. It was really, really good. We're big fans of Acorn Channel. Do you guys know what Acorn Channel is?
No.
I've heard of it.
Their shows on that channel are and they're usually limited series. So they only do 6 to 10 episodes and that's it. Usually done after, they base them on books or whatever. Some good stuff on there, man. Like really.
Acorn Channel. I have to look at.
Yeah. You said you binge Breaking Bad. Have you watched Better Call Saul too?
I have not watched that one. No, I want to do it. I haven't done it yet. Yeah.
If you liked Breaking Bad, you will love Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
I think personally, it is way better than Breaking Bad.
Wait, you just said way better.
Way better. It's very different.
Really?
It's different. It's a different kind of show.
Yeah.
It's more of a slow burn.
I think you'll appreciate the writing on it too. Yeah.
Yes, it is so good. It is so good.
I gotta check it.
Binge. It's definitely better to binge, because I tried to watch it week to week when it first started, and I had a hard time. But then I waited and binged 3 seasons, and they're getting ready to start season 6 now, and it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
I think
no doubt it is probably the best written show on television right now.
Wow, it is really good.
I guess I gotta check it out. Like I said earlier, like I don't know what, but Succession. I don't know if you've seen it or what, but it is just. It's like Shakespearean. It's just like it's like a Shakespearean family set in present day, and it's just wild.
Yeah, I went through all my Netflix yesterday, and I'm just pinning all of these scary movies that I want to watch eventually. I gotta go find that one too. Well, I know.
Okay, so you said scary movies. So I grew up on scary movies, right? Like I grew up a huge horror fan, and like when I was 7, I think I was like 5, 6, or 7 when American Werewolf in London came out, and my father took me to the theater to see it, and I was just like, oh, "This is amazing! This is like the best thing ever." I was crying. I was scared. I cried. But, we can equate crying with a good time. Yeah. And so I literally, from that moment on, like I was just a horror freak. So when the pandemic happened and we couldn't do anything, we were just stuck in our homes every day, every single day. And to this day, around 1 to 2 o'clock, I go into a guest bedroom and I pick a horror movie, something I've never seen. I will say this, a lot of times they're horrible. Like, it's just horrible.
Yes.
Like, the acting is terrible. And the writing, you're like, what? And it's really bad. But I've been doing that since March of 2020. I have watched so many movies. It's crazy.
I did
like,
the
when
same
I go in
thing.
to see a movie, I'm like, seen it.
I had the same problem. That's what yesterday I found all of these brand new scary movies, and I'm like, yes. So I went through my list and I deleted all the ones I watched, and I added like 15 more new ones.
If you literally have to like text me or DM me or whatever if you find something that's really good, because I need to see it, because I can't find anything anymore.
If I find something good, I'll tell you. But
The Old Ways?
Oh yeah.
Wait, tell me what it's about. Maybe. What is it?
It's about the reporter who goes to South America and she's kidnapped, and they say she has a demon in her, and they're trying.
Yes, that was awesome. I just watched it.
Yes, yeah.
That was good.
Bridget Callie Canellis was in that. She played Rachel on
Fear the Walking Dead. On Fear.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I just watched. That was new, right? Didn't that just come out?
Very new.
It came out in like August?
August,
the end of August.
Yeah. Well, that was a good one.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm not into horror movies, but I like that one.
I just watched Winchester today.
No, that's not a good one. No.
Did you watch it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
It had potential, and then I'm like, oh, that's what you.
Okay. I just feel like they run out of money or something. Like they a lot of movies that I watch nowadays, their endings are horrible.
Yes.
Like the endings of the movies are terrible, and I always wonder, did they run out of money while they were shooting? Because it happens. I mean, they do. They run out of money and investors or whatever, and then they just end it. They go, okay, just write. I don't know. So this could be the end, right? We have enough time. I mean, this is going to be a feature length film. Just have him say bologna sandwich and titles. Like,
we're good.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel they do it.
Yeah. How was the scene where you got kicked by the horse? How did that all happen? It was so good.
I didn't actually do that. There was a stunt double, but I had to. So when they had him do it, I watched some of it, not all of it, but they had him in a harness. The horse wasn't there. They just would go horse kick, and then they pull him up and fall, into a mat. The only part I had to film was I had to stand behind the horse and do my dialogue. And before we shot it, I kept saying, I was like, guys, I don't really want to get kicked by this fucking horse. Like, and it was a big horse. It wasn't like My Little Pony. This thing was like a big ass horse, and it's muscular, and it would go right. First of all, if anyone got kicked like that, the hoof would go through and out the chest. You wouldn't even fly away. You'd just still be there with the hoof come through your chest. But and the fact that I even could get up after that and be like, I fucking killed him, whatever I said. It's like, that's amazing. But here's my question. Why would Eli get kicked by a horse, fly down into the dirt, look up, have enough strength in him to be like, fuck you, Austin, shave your face. You look gross. And then like a couple skinny ass weigh nothing zombies are going to rip through my 3-inch like fleece coat. Guys, Eli's still alive.
He rolled. I said he rolled under the dumpster.
Rolled under the tree dumpster.
Eli.
That's right.
Okay, I remember what you're talking about. Okay, that's when I kind of stopped watching. Okay, that was The Walking Dead, right? And that was what's his name's
Glenn.
We watched that episode, and I went, "Well, he's done." That's it. And then the next thing we know, we see him, and I swear to you, for days, I was like, "That's bullshit. There's no way that would have happened." Like, it really bothered me that he didn't die.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Not
man.
that I wanted
You
him
and a
to.
lot of people,
Yeah.
like a lot of people were mad about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and the guy that was in, I don't know his name, but the guy that was in the episode with Maureen, when he first did his first episode, they liked him so much that they made him mention that he had a brother. So they wrote that line in. It's just kind of hilarious to me. So it's just all just kind of, yeah. But my point is, Eli's not dead, guys. He had fake guts in his jacket to feed the zombies.
Ooh.
So when he went down, he just kind of started feeding them. So they thought
There we
they were
go.
eating from his gullet.
That's actually a genius idea. Fill your stuff with fake guts. Yes.
Eli and Madison are going to come back and take over.
They're going to be the darker
that's another
horses.
thing they never said. Eli is actually Madison's lover.
I thought you were going to say Eli's actually Madison. I was going to be like, that's par for the course.
You know what? That's an even better storyline.
Yep.
All of a sudden, Eli says, "Hey guys," and he just like, rips down his mask, and she just comes out like,
Yep. Yes. Oh. That would be an acceptable way for Madison to come back.
"That is hilarious."
Oh my gosh. If you were ever stuck in a real apocalypse, a real zombie apocalypse, who would you rather have come and save you? Christine or Austin?
I'm gonna say Austin because he's another dude, and we could just be like, "Hey, dude," and you'd be like, "Hey, dude, let's get pizza or whatever." With Christine, it'd be like, "Hey, oh my God, thank you so much. We have nothing to talk about right now." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, better company.
Yeah.
With another dude there.
Christine's
makes
great.
sense.
Christine's great. I love Christine.
I'm coming around on Cher. I love Christine. I think she's an amazing actress. She plays Sherry so well. And I am starting to come around on Sherry.
Yeah.
I wasn't always a Sherry fan.
Those two are teaming up to like kind of do their Dark Horses scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you seen the Dark Horses before that already? Have you seen it in like another episode?
Nope. This was their first appearance.
They kind of hinted at them at the end of season 6. As they were going down in the bunker, Dwight was saying, "We need to do more stuff like," because they had just helped the Larsons. And he was like, maybe we should do more stuff like this. So they kind of hinted that they were going to do something, but we didn't know.
Gotcha.
The first time we heard about Dark Horses was when they released the synopsis.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't even know that when we were filming. No, I didn't know that. And that was Austin's. He told me that was his first episode back for season 7.
Other than Morgan and Strand, which they've sprinkled through the episodes, each episode has been centered on one or two characters.
Well, I knew they were going to do that from my wife's, the script she was getting. There was a couple scenes that she had filmed in her episode 704 that she thought, that they edited out. But that's the way it goes, man. They get in those time crunches, and they got to fill the story. And then they take a look at a scene. I'm like, does this move the story forward? And if they don't feel it does, then the show, are you like, oh, he's got to die?
I don't think I felt that way either, but it was probably more of a bias thing because I wanted to see more Alex on screen.
Like that's a hard question to answer because Eli killed a little kid, but at the same time it's Alex, so no.
Right. So we can't be mad at him.
I mean, I felt the same way about Colby and Virginia because after I started talking to Colby, it was like, but she's Virginia. I'm so conflicted.
Yeah. Well, dude, guys, I got to tell you something so funny. So anytime my wife and I watch each other in something, like whether it's, she's on something or I'm in something, or if it's just a good friend of mine, like, I have other actor friends that are on TV series and stuff, I'm watching them. And I'm always just like, oh, there's Jerry. He's pretending he's cop. And it's just like this weird kind of, like your brain like kind of splits down the middle and you're like, what am I doing? How am I supposed to feel about this?
Right.
Yeah, but it's true. And it happens all the time. Like I'll see people I know on TV and I'm like, oh, what's she pretending to be? Oh, look at that. It's just kind of funny. I actually enjoy watching people that I don't know at all, because then I can, literally just sink in and I don't know this person. For me, this person is the person I'm watching on TV.
Yeah, it takes you, when you know the person, it kind of takes you out. It
does.
Watching them. Yeah, it does.
It's the truth, man. Yeah, completely.
Have you ever had an experience where this person on screen is still able to make you forget who they are? Like they're just playing the character so well that they actually take you into that story with them?
No. Yes. I've watched people that I've known on in stuff and movies and stuff and been, Like specifically right now, like I'm trying to think and I'm like, oh, but it's like, yeah, of course. So like the first 10 minutes, I'm like, it's just, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, you kind of go through this kind of roller coaster.
So you've done comedy, drama, stage. What do you prefer?
Well, I love all of it. I do prefer drama with a hint of laughter. As far as what medium do I like working in would be, I love theater. I just love doing stage. So I have a play coming up that I'm doing. I'm doing a show called Gaslight House, and it is written by the wonderful playwright Howard Skora. This will be the third play of his I'll be doing. And we go into rehearsals mid-January in Los Angeles, and we open on March 26th at the Whitefire Theater in LA. Actually, my wife and I did his last play together, Damaged Furniture. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that. It's a wacky, dysfunctional script, because that's how Howard writes. It's just all about dysfunctional family. And I play a psychiatrist named Dr. Ben Soloway, who has to go home to Long Island to fix some family problems. But then you realize that everyone's a little nuts, So, look, the TV stuff, that's very, I don't even want to say the word glamorous because it's really not, but it's just like, that is more, you're going to get more accolades for that. People are going to want to follow you. And, even though I don't do very well on social media, but that's another story. You get more upfront, like, oh my God, you're so-and-so. With theater, there's really no money in it. You do it for the art, right? You do it because you're an actor, and you fucking do theater because you're an actor. Do you know how many, I got to tell you this. Do you know how many actors that I've worked with in the TV scope? When I'd be doing a play and like guest starring on a show, and I'd get talking to one of the leads of the show, and I'd go, yeah, I'm doing a play over here. You do theater? Yeah, I've never done a play. And I literally go, what? Wait, what? You've never done a play? Like you've never done theater? Like you've never been in a staged play like that? It's just wild to me, man, how some people view the art, I guess.
That is kind of crazy. I would make a false assumption, apparently, that most actors have done stage.
You would think so. I like to make the assumption that most good actors have done stage. I mean, that's just me, though.
I mean, I haven't been on stage since high school.
But you were on stage.
But I did it, yeah.
It's the purest form because there's no safety net.
Right. No takes.
Just out there.
Yeah.
When you got 96 pages of dialogue up in your head, and you walk out on that stage and your only break is at intermission, an hour and 50 minutes into the first act, and you're on. I mean, it is just electric, man. Yeah. And the energy between the audience and the actors is so you can feel it, you can touch it. It's like you can grab it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty, yeah.
I mean, TV, all you get are ratings.
You get ratings, and you get people write you things like, you suck, or or I thought your part was going to be bigger. Like, this is dumb. Or like, so Mo got you that part, and you're like, so you don't even respond. Like, I literally just delete, because they just want a reaction. They want, they just want you to kind of pay attention to me. It gets kind of,
We kind of battle that in the fandom, but it's a never ending tide.
I bet. But you know what amazes me? Even because so I have that podcast, right? The Zen AF podcast. And even in that area, it's like we get that kind of stuff where it's like, so someone, oh my God, guys, this is hilarious. Someone wrote to me the other day.
Oh no.
And they're like, I listened to your podcast. It was okay. It wasn't great. And I'm like, okay, so you took the time out of your day to go on your computer or on your phone and go, I'm going to write them right now. I'm going to write them right now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, it wasn't great. There, I told him. And it's like, so what am I supposed to do with that information? So all I wrote back was fuck off. I didn't know what else to write. Like, I don't know what else to write to this person.
Well, I mean, but would it have been better if they had given you like reasons it sucked? I mean,
well, no, because I'm doing what I want to do, and if you don't like it, I always say this: attendance is not compulsory. Don't fucking listen to it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my only response that I can really.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Like how much free time does this person have that they, like you said, they sat down and they made this effort to just say, it was just okay. Not fantastic.
You know, hey guys, guess what? I didn't know we had it out there that we needed, like some kind of fucking person to chime in on what the hell we weren't looking for reviews. Like this wasn't like, this is we didn't like write into like Siskel and Ebert and be like, could you please rate our fucking podcast?
Oh my gosh. I've never reached out to someone to say that they were just okay.
No, never.
I'd be like, that was amazing, but no.
Yeah, I mean, could you but there's something in those people's minds where they feel like they have to do it, or I don't know, maybe it's like a compulsive thing, like where they're like, oh, I gotta get this out of my head, and they have to know about it. Alex Skuby and Ween Hannah have to know about it.
Oh my god.
About it.
Clearly they do not have a significant other to vent these things to. So they feel like they have to bring it to you, right? They must be lonely.
I'm with you on that, unless they're a tandem. They met and they were like, we are going to go around the world.
Yep.
And you and me we're going to be in love by doing this to people. That's going to be our relationship.
Troll couples. Ugh.
I was raised, I was raised, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So
me too.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Yeah. But the internet's like, no, forget that.
Yeah.
We want you to say everything that's on your mind, even if it's just okay.
Yeah. Until I'm on the podcast, and then I have a lot to say about things.
Yeah.
But, I like what we do because we're very clear about our opinions. And that's exactly what it is. In my opinion, here's what I think, or here's what I saw. Here's how I interpreted things. We don't say this is law or this is right or wrong.
Yes. And you're smart to do that, by the way. Yeah, of course. Like if I'm ever going to say anything about something that I feel, then it's my opinion because other people see it differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perspective is everything.
Lazy with the casting of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So here's the thing, like, it's funny to me, like with all the stuff that we have, right? With all like the internet and all the social media platforms, people I think they just feel freer to just say what they're going to say. And they know you're never going to meet them. Really, I mean, 99% chance you're never going to see this person. Case in point, I joined TikTok. I didn't want to, but I did because my son was like, do this. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of, all right, fine, I'll do it. The third video I put out went over 1 million views. The comments were some of the worst things, to the point where I was laughing hysterically reading them because I'm like, this is some of the best put down stuff I've ever read. Like, so the video is just me looking at my camera. I'm sitting in the back of my house in LA and I'm having a beer and I just go, I was born in 1972. And people always say, wow, you look like you're in your 20s. And I'm like, what?
I remember this video.
So this is what it's right. And it went viral. The comments on that video, like, and I'm going to say 60% of them were like, you look like dog shit. My grandfather looks younger than you, and he was born in 1840. Like, I mean, it was just, and I would read them and I'd go, oh my God, look at these comments. But you have to laugh because it's just, wow. Like you.
Oh my gosh. Some people's kids, man, like what is wrong with people? Like you have nothing better to do than put other people. I just don't get it, but it is funny. It is. Yeah. As long as you can laugh about it, and like obviously it's not true, so it's just hysterical to read it. Yeah,
and it's also yeah. I mean, it's just. Do you remember that?
Trolls. We all have to deal with them.
Yeah,
and it's amazing how many there are. You think there'd be like, I don't know, maybe 10,000 in the United States? No, because if there are only 10,000, they all went to my TikTok video.
All of them. Every single troll.
Like a troll, like they had like some kind of troll meeting and they're like, we're all going to go to this TikTok video.
Yeah. They had a troll. They had a troll meeting. They said, we're going to converge on Alex Skuby's TikTok. This is where our first official troll meeting will take place. Meet there.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. After your experience on set, seeing any episodes you have, we want to know, are you Team Strand or Team Morgan?
I'm going to have to say Team Morgan.
Right? Oh, wow.
Right? My wife's telling me, because she I think she's on the team Morgan, right? My wife.
Yes.
Yep.
So I have to, and I'm really team Eli because when he comes back, you guys are gonna be shocked.
With Madison.
Yes.
When he
Eli
comes
and
back
Madison.
as Madison, you guys are gonna be shocked.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
Hashtag
wait.
bring back Eli.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a new hashtag. I'm starting it today. Well, Alex, I don't want to take up your whole entire day here. So if we can finish off with like a little speed round, cake or pie?
Pie.
Ooh, beach or mountains?
No. You just told me have a stroke. Go ahead.
Phone or tablet?
Phone.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Oh, this is an easy one. Instagram or TikTok?
I'm going to say Instagram.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning or evening?
Morning.
Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
I'm going to say this one without knowing if you know who this is. Ted Lasso or Led Tasso? Do you watch Ted Lasso?
Alex Skuby.
Alex Skuby. Good answer. Good answer. Are you watching Ted Lasso?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's a show on Apple TV.
Oh,
So good.
Guys,
fantastic.
you guys are in the know about this stuff. Like I literally wake up in the morning, have coffee and smoke cigarettes, and then I eat lunch. And then I usually have a beer.
Somewhere in between there, watch an episode or two of Ted Lasso because it is fantastic.
Wonderful writing.
Wait, what channel is this on? What is this on?
It's on Apple TV.
We don't have Apple TV. We have Roku TVs in our house. How do we do that? Is it?
I will DM you later about it.
Yeah, we'll tell you after we're done recording.
Okay.
Hot dog or hamburger?
Hamburger.
June or Virginia? I know that's our last one.
Well, one's a season and one's a state. I'm going to say June in Virginia.
Ooh, I like it. There we go.
Hey, good answer.
Wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
Man. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I really appreciate you sitting down with us. This was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
After seeing you, I'm like, I told Charity, I'm like, we got to talk to Alex. I need to know more about this episode. I want to hear about his time. We got to get him.
Yeah, no, hey,
I
you
really
guys
appreciate
awesome.
it.
And we do, and we love you guys. My wife had,
Thank you. Hi, Mo.
Hi, Mo.
I hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better.
I feel good. I think it's just allergies.
Oh, good.
And now, because she's been drinking vodka. All right, you guys are awesome. And she wasn't drinking vodka. I was just kidding. All right, so I'll see you guys on the interwebs.
That's right. We'll see you on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much, Alex.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.